Follow-up question to the point you've just made. You talked about retention, basically, right? Kind of like being in a role for more than a year or two. A lot of these studies are coming out that are saying loyalty to a specific company doesn't mean anything. The best thing for your career, you should ideally be switching roles every 2 to 3 years to maximize your earning, to maximize the benefits that you get.
Yeah, there are two. So you've got two forms of CVs. Now I'm in the age of recruitment talent acquisition. We had a Rolodex. I don't know if you know what that is, but it's basically a spindle of business cards of companies that you used to call. And even then, you used to have a book of CVs, well, candidate profiles, and you used to flip through. There was no Excel, there was none of that. And back then, it was very much, okay, this person's been in this organisation for 2 years, let's call them, see if they want to move. And we would frame it in the way of career development. Now, you've got this element, I myself included. I have what you would call a portfolio CV. So I tend to switch roles quite often. One, because I think ADHD gets the better of me. And two, I think it's very much like I can see myself stop. The challenge is gone.
Yeah.
I need to move on. Now, had the organisations that I was working for at the time maybe turned around and gone, okay, let's add this to your pile of things to do. Let's train you in this. I probably wouldn't have gone. Surrey Talent Hub challenges me every day because the campaigns that we do, it's different every day. So I want to stay. I've been here nearly 3 years now. And I think that's the longest I've ever stayed in employment because the challenge is there. But prior to that, I was never in an organisation more than a year, apart from one role, I think. And that's because of lockdown. So I think there is a element of, yes, switching roles can be really helpful. However, if you're switching roles just because you've been told or you've seen a study that it's good to do that, think about what the company currently offers you, and the grass isn't always greener.
Yeah.
Like you could go to another company and not be given the leeway that you're given. Like I know in my current role, if I have 2 dogs, obsessed with them, if they were to get ill or anything like that, I could drop what I'm doing at a hat and say to my boss, I need to go, I need to take them to the vet. There wouldn't be a question. I wouldn't even need to say anything. Yeah. If I wasn't there, there's a reason why I'm not there. So, but if I move to a new organisation, maybe that's slightly corporate or maybe family owned, I'm not going to get that leeway that I get because I've built that relationship. So it's just thinking of different pros and cons, I think, when it comes to where you currently work. It's just, a job is the only time when you get to be selfish, fully selfish for yourself. And as much as people say money doesn't have an effect, or distance doesn't have an effect, no, but all of these things help. And I think if you're being appreciated for the role that you're in and you're being given your joy from the role you're in, I don't feel like there's a need to move. If you're getting that substance that you get from your job, I don't feel like you should be like, I've been here 2 years, peace out. Like, I don't feel like that's something you need to do. I think it needs to be like and I think have a conversation with your company before you just decide to dip. Like, have that conversation and be like, look, I've been here a couple of years, I don't feel like I feel like I've progressed, but now I feel stagnant. I feel like what I'm doing is just day to day. I need something else. And if they go, we haven't got anything to give you, we can't do training or anything like that, then you sit there and you do weigh up the odds. But if they go, okay, but if you don't tell anybody, they don't know. So it is difficult to navigate a system where currently it feels like the whole system's against you in terms of working. It feels like you've got to go for the first thing you're offered because of the job market at the moment.
So